Now let's go a little bit more into detail before we get to 3 and 4 about growth and decay. You're going to have two formulas you're going to need to know very well for this unit. There's what's called the growth formula and the decay formula. Now the growth formula is going to be y equals a parentheses exponent t or exponent x. Y equals a parentheses exponent t or exponent x. Decay is going to be the same thing, exponent t or exponent x. X and t are basically the same thing, the difference being that when x is talking about time, like 5 hours or 2 days, then you could use t instead. It doesn't really matter. Now for growth, you're going to want to put 1 plus r in both of these. And for decay, you're going to do the same thing but with a minus sign, 1 minus r. So we're going to use those formulas a lot this unit. Now we can go ahead and look at problem number 3. Problem number 3 immediately talks about growth. And so therefore, growth is going to be the 1 plus r version. So let's go ahead and write y equals a parentheses 1 plus r to the x power. Now let me tell you what these positions mean. A is the starting amount. Let's go back over here. A is the start and y is the end. R is the rate and x is generally the time. So A is the start, y is the end, r is the rate, and x is the time. Now the rate is usually going to be a percentage, but you have to change the percent into a decimal. So let's look at this. It says find the final amount. Find the final amount of a $2,500 investment. So they want to know what is the final amount, and an investment is usually a classic start number. So we don't know why, but they're starting with $2,500. Then they're saying it's 6 years at 2.3% growth. Now growth was already a plus sign, so we're going to say 1 plus 2.3% has to be changed to a decimal. So 0.02 is 2% as a decimal, but this is not 2%, this is 2.3%, so we're going to put the 3 after the 2. And the exponent, the time, is going to be 6 for 6 years. Now we're going to get a calculator that, since we have this all plugged in, zoom in here for you, we get a calculator to type all this in. We don't want to necessarily type it in at the same time because we need to take some notes. So let's do PEMDAS, 1 plus 0.0023. Okay, so write this down, y equals 2,500, 1.002, excuse me, I did this completely wrong, I got an extra 0 in there. 1 plus 0.023, excuse me, so that's 1.023 to the 6th power. Now, when you're choosing between whether to multiply or do the exponent, PEMDAS says exponent first. So we're going to take this number, exponent 6th power, and on my paper I'm going to write y equals 2,500 1.146 ... Do not round that number. Please do not round that number. If you round that number before you get a final answer, your final answer is going to be wrong. So let that number ride in the calculator, put ... on your paper, and the last move multiply by the 2,500, and that will be your final answer. So we'll go over here and we'll say 2865. Normally, we would round to 4 decimal places. Okay, normally we would round to here, but because we're talking about money, money is 2 decimal places, so we need to say 0.46. Typically, again, we would round to 4 decimal places, but when it comes to money, Let's only round to 2 decimal places.